And we are back today with another one for you guys. Man, we have really been able to deep dive into this 2024 class and give you guys an opportunity to learn more about these recruits. Today, I am joined by a quarterback, Samaj Jones. How are you doing today?
Phenomenal. Can't complain.
You know what?
It's a
That's
good day.
perfectly okay. Now, I'm assuming the weather's good out there, and you're from Pennsylvania, correct?
Yeah, this is like the first day it hit 75, so it's pretty good.
Okay. Y'all are a little warmer than us out
Yeah.
here in Oklahoma. I think we are in the 60s today. So, but hey, I'm gonna get the question out of the way right now. Samaj, where are you going to be able, or where are you going to be playing college ball next season?
I mean, I can't name a specific place, but wherever I go, it's going to be somewhere that I can call home and, somewhere that fits me where I think that I've developed the most.
Okay. I like that answer. So, actually, just go ahead and let's start talking about your recruitment a little bit. So, you have put out your at 3 out of your 4 official visits that you will be taking. Looks like you'll be going to Cincinnati, June 9th through the 11th, West Virginia, June 2nd through the 4th, and Oklahoma, June 16th through the 18th. And then looks like you're still pending that Penn State official visit. So, give us a little more insight to your recruitment. What is the relationship like with the coaches at each of these schools, and do you kind of have a sense at where you might want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just go from, the first to last official visit. From West Virginia, they've been pretty close just because they've been recruiting from a distance, even when, one of my previous teammates ended up going there, Josiah Trotter, and, they've been close. They've been in and out of our school building. So, there's a lot of good people that I met along the way, even before they offered me a scholarship. And then, once I got a little bit more film out and things like that, they felt comfortable doing so. And even before I was offered, I felt pretty comfortable with the guys. And then after, it kind of built a better bond, and we were a little closer than I was with some other coaches. And there's some things that are a little different. It's not something that a different school offers you and doesn't say anything to you. It's not really like that. So they were at 5 to 6 games, majority of our playoff games, and they got to see the best of us. And they were the only coaches that were that consistent on coming to our games and being there to see the guys, and especially recruiting our area. And they do a good job with that. I love West Virginia. It's good people. It's a good college town. The people really they embrace the environment, so it's really good. Who's next? Is it? Yeah, Cincinnati. So the coaches from Cincinnati were previously at Louisville, and they were my first Power Five offers. So they were at Louisville before Louisville was my first Power Five offer. Temple was my first offer, and I think that they are guys who believed in me when a lot of people didn't. And it's not like they came, they watched me throw, and then offered me, or they came, they made me. It was like he seen my film and he said, "We want that guy." So it was a little different, and it was unexpected when I got on the phone with that coach because it's Coach Pete Thomas there at Cincinnati now coaching the quarterbacks. But it was really unexpected. But I think that it was a blessing in disguise. And ever since that day where I was offered, I think it was uh, January 2022, maybe right past New Year's. But we've been in constant line of communication since then. And after they left Louisville, I said over. I visited there about 4 times unofficial visits, and then after they left there, as soon as they got to Cincinnati, they offered me and let me know that I was the top priority for them. And that's something that was real distinct, and something that I keep in the back of my mind. And then Oklahoma, of course, people know Oklahoma is like my dream school. So those are it's just they're like this is the school that I like the most, and then Oklahoma's up here just because of who they were before they even started speaking to me. So I was blessed to get that opportunity, and I was talking with a lot of my friends and coaches, and not everybody get the opportunity to get an offer from their dream school. So it's something that I embrace, and I'm really proud of myself for being able to accomplish something of that caliber. And after visiting and getting inside and meeting the coaches and people, players, it's really a family environment, top to bottom. Everybody says family environment, but, those people, I can tell they really love each other and they enjoy being around each other every day because there's things that people don't see. I'm not going to say, but there's things that people don't see, and it's like, yeah, this is real, and who if you go to Oklahoma, you got to want to win, and I love winning. So, yeah,
So
I can't hear you.
a kid that has grown up from Pennsylvania, how did Oklahoma become your dream school? Like, how did you end up liking a school from the Midwest, the place that a lot of people think is the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just was, what you see, especially as a young kid. You like what you see, and if you see teams out here and they're going up and they're putting 40, 50 points up on teams, winning Big 12 championships, making national championships, and college football playoffs and everything, that's something like, man, you don't see that, and that's champ you. So, especially growing up and becoming a quarterback from when I was the age 9, I see, you know, different quarterbacks, multiple that I could count on my hands, but just coming out and the ballers, they end up going to the league and they're making a career out of that, and that's something that really stands out because that's what I look forward to. I want to play at the highest level of football, and Oklahoma is the highest level of college football, and that's something that's really different. I can't hear you.
I did it. I did it again. I muted myself. um, so rumor down the mill has it that your favorite player is Jalen Hurts, a guy that has previously played for Oklahoma and played for Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts is my dude. Like, I love to watch that guy play everything. He has the it factor, so that's my guy.
So I'm assuming Jalen Hurts is the guy that you have modeled your game after, that you watch on a weekly basis, and that's who you really want to try to be in your college career and in your NFL career.
Yeah, I mean, the way he carries himself on and off the field is, very unique because you don't see a lot of guys like him, and he really attacks what he's not good at. A lot of people try to stay away from the things he's not good at. He attacks what he's not good at, and he's kind of the person that I try to model myself after because I think he's a perfectionist, and he's always dialed in and making the guys around him better.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. So you kind of went in and you talked about, these schools and how, you've kind of came down to the decision of this Final Four. Kind of going into the Oklahoma visit a little bit because this is the one that I always like to talk about. But what is that relationship like with Jeff Lebby and this staff over at Oklahoma? And it looks like you've taken at least one visit to OU. What was it like being a guy that was on campus and is like, okay, like I'm a recruit, I could eventually play here one day?
Yeah, I mean, getting there just felt so unreal. I would watch YouTube videos of being at Oklahoma, as I was younger. So it's like a dream come true. And, I said that to Coach Lovey a few times, and, he expressed that, this is it. So, it was really a dream come true and being there and on campus, just doing regular tour stuff. And it was different, the coaches there as far as Coach Venables, Coach Levy, they were all, they were really good guys. They looked out for me, and they made sure that there was no stone unturned. So any question, anything, it was all on the table. I got to sit back in the quarterback meetings and really take everything up, and I'm like, this is for me. This is different, and I really enjoy it.
No, yeah, that's awesome. Now, there has been rumors that Oklahoma might take two quarterbacks in the 2024 class. Given that's expected after what Oklahoma had to go through at the quarterback position last year, right? They're going to try to create depth. As a quarterback, does that only drive you to want to go there even more because now you've got some actual real competition there? Or what is that like for you as a recruit, knowing, okay, I'm not going to be the only guy selected in this class?
Yeah, I mean, I said it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. But the main thing that I like to think about, and this is from talking with my family and coaches, is it's not about anybody else but yourself. I can only go in and do my best. And my best is all I can do to get the results that I want. And if there's two quarterbacks, I go in with whoever. I'm taking myself every time because I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm gonna make magic happen, of course.
Okay, I like that. I like that. And has there been anybody, whether they're currently at Oklahoma, they're a commit, or maybe they're just the recruit? Is there anybody recruiting you to go to another school or to come to Oklahoma, player
Um,
wise?
there's probably not any. Yeah, there's probably not any real players that are kind of recruiting me. I'm in touch with a lot of guys, and it's not so much recruiting, but it's just staying in touch and just like, oh yeah, who you leaning towards, what schools you like, it's just regular player stuff, and just staying in contact with the top guys because eventually we'll probably end up playing together anyways.
Okay, I like that answer. And another one that this one kind of intrigues me, right? So you're looking at Penn State, you're looking at West Virginia, Oklahoma, and then you're looking, and then you got Cincinnati. West Virginia and Oklahoma, those are air raid offenses. They run the ball, but their identity is they sort through the air, and those teams will put up 400 or 500 yards, of passing, or they could a game if they wanted to. But then you look at a team like Penn State, where in the Big Ten, they're kind of a run first, pass second type of. That's at least how I feel they are. As a quarterback, does that bother you at all, or do you kind of go in there going, no, like I'm just going to be the outlier, and if I'm, the guy that can sling the ball around, they're going to utilize me, and we're going to get the ball down the field.
Yeah, just being in touch with, Coach Franklin, Coach Yersich, and, the coaches on their staff, I think that, they're really coaches who put the players in control and, they want to win. So they'll put the best players in the best position. So, if we're going out there and I'm the quarterback and, I'm throwing 14 to 20 passes, it's like, all right, well, if that's what's going to get, if that's what's going to win the game, then, I'll take it. But I'm pretty sure they have it under control. And, I've been up there and I've been in meetings and everything. And, they run some good concepts as well as anyone. And, I'm pretty sure they have it under control. So, it's not really about how much I'm throwing the ball as long as I'm throwing the ball enough and we're winning.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So let's get into some fun questions here, right? We've talked about your recruitment. We've deep dived into that one, but go ahead and tell me a little bit more. Who is the funniest recruiter that you've had on the recruiting trail? Whether they're in your top four or, you've already eliminated that team. Who is the funniest recruiter that you've had an opportunity to meet?
Um, Gotta think. Uh, It'd probably be Coach Militello from uh, Tennessee. Tennessee. Yeah. He's assistant quarterback coach, and he's like one of the guys. He's a pretty cool dude. So he's pretty funny. We sat back and we're shooting a couple times, and he's just like one of the bros, but can flip that switch when you need to.
Okay, I like that one. So, obviously you visited Tennessee, so how was that? I mean, did you get to go during a season, during a game? Because I know Oklahoma fans are going to be going there soon, and I have a feeling it's going to be a hard environment.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go to Tennessee in the summer. I'm pretty sure it was June, so I got to go to Tennessee in June, and it was pretty good. I sat back with Coach Halsley and, Coach Golish when he was there, Coach Heupel, and, we talked about some of the quarterback development stuff. And a lot of guys talk about quarterback development, but, they're just saying that anybody can recruit a good quarterback and just go with it. But, at Tennessee, they really helped develop, and, the proof was in the pudding. They showed Hendon Hooker's highlights from the previous 2 years combined, and then showed his highlights 1 year at Tennessee, and it was more than the last two at Virginia Tech. So, they they did some good stuff. But yeah, yeah, I
All
like
right.
Tennessee, but yeah,
Okay. No. I get it. I get it. So, now, have you taken any visits to any state, any schools when there's like a game going on, or have you just been there during the off season?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I went to Louisville when the Cincinnati coaches, Coach Satterfield, Coach Pete Thomas, when they were there. I went there during the season, and I went to one Penn State game.
Okay. Now, I got to hear about the Penn State experience because seeing it on TV, I'm sure it speaks better when you're in person.
Man, it's like one of those things that you just had to be there. It's the whole stadium is rocking. Like a quarter of the stadium is the entire student section. They're going crazy. You as soon as you step on campus, your phone's not getting no service, anything. Like the stadium is vibrating. Nobody's quiet. It's amazing. It's a different atmosphere, and yeah, I don't think there's anywhere in America where you can get a better sports experience than at a Penn State game.
And it's on my bucket list. I want to go to a Penn State game when it's a whiteout. That's on my bucket list of things to do.
Yeah, I mean, I recommend it. I've never been to the whiteout game. I've been to a regular game, and the regular game was crazy. So you go to a whiteout game, I don't know, you might need some new eardrums after.
Yeah. So now, do you have a favorite stadium that you've been to? Again, even if they're not in your top four, do you have a favorite stadium?
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be Penn State. Penn State.
Okay.
It was, Penn State probably holds the most amount of fans, and it was rocking when I was in there. So,
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. So let's get into some fun questions here. Pineapples on pizza. What's your opinion? What's your thoughts? Do they go together?
a lot of people hate on pineapples on pizza. I don't mind it. It's probably not my preference, but if you got pineapples on pizza, it's like I'll settle for it. It's not bad. I think the marinara sauce and the pineapple sweetness, it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's like I don't know. Don't knock it till you try it. So
I'll be one of those guys that's gonna knock it. Um, I I just don't think the pineapples go with marinara, but to each his own. To each his own. So, if you could be any animal in the world, what would you be?
it's a tough question. I feel like I was just talking about this with one of the guys. It would have to be. I want to be some type of bird, like a bald eagle, probably. Yeah, just a big bird. You know, I like flying is just like I don't know. Everybody wants to fly, so if I could fly around everywhere, I would love to do that. Beat traffic and everything. But yeah, probably a bald eagle. They're really fierce and they stand on business.
Well, and I was talking about this with another guy the other day, but if you're like, if you're anything that flies, I mean, you might not be the apex predator, but you're pretty much right up there because there's not a lot of things that are going to be able to get you if you can fly around. So,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
true.
hey, well, Samaj, I really appreciate you coming on. I know definitely Sooner Nation, they turn out for my videos, but I get some other fan bases as well. So I know everybody's going to love getting an opportunity to just learn more about your recruitment, right? And learn a little bit more about you. But where can everybody find you on social media?
Yeah, so my Twitter is Samaj Jones 2, and my Instagram is Samaj 2 Jones. Samaj SAMAJ.
Okay, awesome. And I will make sure to plug those down in the description below so you guys can go ahead and follow him there. Make sure to go show him some love over on those platforms. But guys, if you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you all are thinking down in the comments below. If you guys have questions for Samaj, jump over on Twitter, hit him up in the comments. I'm sure he would love to interact with you guys. But listen, again, Samaj, I appreciate you coming on. And hey, we would love to have you back on the show maybe sometime after you commit and maybe talk a little bit more about what the future is going to look like for you.
Yes, sir, of course.